So I have been in a number of fights. I've lost a lot. I remember the last fight that I was in, complete misunderstanding. I was like 27, I think. I was at this bar in Hollywood, just kicking it, drinking. I was on the front patio smoking a cigarette. I was a little faded. So this dude walks up to me. He's like 6'2", maybe 250. He says something to me and I can't really hear him because everybody's talking, there's music, it's a bar. But he was smiling, so I just thought he wanted a cigarette. So I go in the pack, get one, and like hold it up for him. Here you go. He looks at the cigarette kind of confused, takes it, throws it on the ground, and then looks back at me like, I'm like, wait, was that not your brand? He leans in again. He's like, why you looking at my girl? All of a sudden I realized, oh, that was a mean mug smile. So, you know, I get on my tippy toes and I'm like, who's girl? Also, after I knew he had beef, he seemed a little bigger, like he was 6'9" and 276,000 pounds or something. Might have just been my imagination. Anyway, he points to a girl across the like patio thing. There was like another side to it and he points over there. And I'm thinking to myself, motherfucker, I'm legally blind. I can't see that bitch. So I start kind of laughing. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm legally blind, man. I can't even see your girl right now. And he like, nah, dawg, you looking at my girl. And now I'm kind of like, how I'm gonna see your girl if I can't see your girl? How I'm gonna do that? And this is how he answered me. Stop looking at my girl. Oh, so you drunk, huh? Now behind the dude, there's a bouncer. And he's looking at this situation happening, but he's not doing shit. Hold on for a second, there's a homeless dude puking outside my window. I think he stopped. Okay, so anyway, I'm looking at the bouncer like, you ain't gonna do nothing? Dude, meanwhile, starts getting closer and closer to me. I'm like, hey man, back up, dog. I don't want no beef at all, bro. You want me to buy you a beer? And this dude's like, fuck the beer. Stop looking at my girl. And I'm sitting there like, I can't see your girl. I look at the bouncer again just to see him disappear inside the bar. Fuck. Now look, I've let it be known. I do not like to fight. I'm not good at it. I knock out easy. So I'm not going to let you get the drop on me. I'm afraid, man. So I did what I had to do. I grabbed a whole handful of his nuts and squeezed them bitches like a stress ball. Oh! The minute his hands went down to his nuts, my other hand went up to his neck. Grabbed his neck, kicked his leg, tripped him, put him on the ground, and never let go of his ball sack. And I was squeezing. His girl runs over and tries to pull me off. I'm like, bitch, you better I'm not letting go of these nuts, dog. So he's screaming on the ground because his girl's trying to pull me off his nuts, but I'm not letting go. So every time she pull, I pull. Bitch, you ain't doing nothing but hurting your mans. He out here screaming, let go of my nuts. She out here screaming, let go of his nuts. I'm out here screaming, give me my mama. And no. Finally, a bouncer run out. He's like, hey, man, get off of him. And then he sees what I'm doing. He's like, what? But everybody around was like, yo, no. Dude came at him. Meanwhile, I'm being hit in the side of in the head because of, his girl is just like, let go of his nuts. And I'm like, no. Finally, another bouncer came out, grabbed the girl. The guy got the guy. The bouncer got the guy. And once the bouncer had the dude in a headlock on the ground, that was when I finally let go of his taters. They didn't do nothing. They just literally threw the guy out of the club, told his girlfriend to get the fuck out too and clean up his nuts. Bouncer then looked at me, was like, man, my bad, dog. I thought y'all was friends. And I was still heated. I was like, you saw how he was looking at me. You know damn well we wasn't friends. Anyway, the bouncer ended up buying me a beer, which I soaked my hand in because they smelled like nuts.